everyone, it's Carolyn and welcome back to Contemporary Mama. Today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you some mom hacks that are guaranteed to make your life easier. Unless you live under a rock, you're probably already aware that being a mom is one of the hardest jobs in the entire world. So I'm super happy to share with you these tried and true mom hacks, and maybe they'll help you out just a little bit. I have 16 total, which is a lot. So I'm going to be splitting this video into two parts. The first part is obviously today, and then the next part will go live next Tuesday. So if you're not already subscribed with your notification bell turned on, then make sure you do that now so you don't miss part 2. So hack number 1 has to do with folding your kids' laundry. Kids go through a lot of laundry, and the most annoying part of it is matching up their socks. This can be so frustrating because we all know socks go missing all the time. So this is actually a 2-part hack on how to make that just a little bit easier. The first is you can keep one of these little mesh bags in their room, and when you take off their socks, instead of throwing them in their hamper with the rest of their clothes, you can put them in a mesh baggie and then wash them all together so that they won't go missing and get lost or eaten in your dryer. The other option you could do is just buy all the same socks for your kids. This is something that I actually do for myself, and it makes it super easy. I buy all the same brand, all the same color of socks so that I don't have to match up socks. All my socks are matches for each other, and if one goes missing, not a big deal because they all match up. So those are 2 ways to make folding your kids' laundry just a little bit easier, and I hope you'll give it a try. So hack number 2 has to go with going to the grocery store. Again, one of those things that moms have to do pretty much every single week. Now, I actually came up with this list pre-coronavirus, so it might not be so applicable now, but it probably will be again sometime in the future. And it has to do with bringing your kid to the grocery store. Now, I've always had to bring my kids to the grocery store with me, and I usually sit them up in the cart just like most people do. So what I used to do was park as close as I could to the store, and then I'd have to carry my kid and my purse and my reusable shopping bags to the store where they park the carts. But what I've learned is actually a much more effective tip is to actually park next to where people return the carts. If you park next to that cart corral, all you have to do is get out of your car, plop your kid in the cart, and then push your cart into the store. This is actually a lifesaver if you have more than one kid. So that way one kid is safely in the front of the cart, you can put the other kid in the big part of the cart, or they could put their hand on the cart as you walk the cart to the store. So again, parking next to the cart return area is a much more effective way to get your kids safely in the cart rather than carrying them to the store where the carts are parked. Hack number 3 is again another one that I come up with pre-coronavirus, but again, hopefully we'll be able to use in the near future. Now, if you are planning on going to a place that is quite crowded, like let's say a beach or a zoo or an amusement park, I am always terrified that my kid is going to get lost. So a really quick and easy thing to do is to snap a picture of your kid in exactly what they look like and exactly what they're wearing before you head to your destination. That way, God forbid your kid gets lost, you have a current photo with exactly what they are wearing that you can show to the authorities or wherever you are, and that they can help locate your kid much more quickly because they know exactly what they are looking for. Hopefully you will never need to use this, but it is a great safety measure just in case. Tip number 4 is my easy peasy way on how to keep track of outgrown clothes. Kids grow like weeds. They are constantly outgrowing their clothing, and it can be hard to keep track of what fits and what is too small. So something that I have been doing for years is keeping a big plastic bin in their closet. And if they wear something that I see is just too short or too small, as soon as they take it off and I wash it, I throw it right in that bin. And whenever that bin gets filled up, that's when I know it's time to donate it. This is such a better technique rather than taking a ton of time going through your kids' clothes, having them try them on every season. If you know something doesn't fit, just throw it in that bin, and when it's full up, it's time to donate. So this next tip is something that I have experienced firsthand. When your child is young, most of them get some sort of toy or lovey or blanket that is sort of like a security blanket to them. My kids have a lovey and they could just not live without it. So when my son was a baby, I thought I was super smart because I bought 2 of them. These are them. He calls them Blue Bear. So this is his Blue Bear that he slept with every single night. He took with on every vacation, every car ride, wherever Jake was, Blue Bear came along with him. And then this was Backup Bear. Backup Bear hung out in the closet and was there just in case, God forbid, Blue Bear ever went missing. However, I made the mistake of not breaking in Backup Bear. He still, to this day, almost 5 years later, looks brand spanking new, and you can tell there is a big difference between Blue Bear and Backup Bear. So I did not make this mistake with my daughter. She has a little purple hippo lovey, and I made sure that we rotated through both of them so that they would get equally worn and she wouldn't be able to tell the difference between the two. That way, if one goes missing, we always have that backup one just in case, and she won't be able to tell that it's not the real thing. My next tip is one of my favorite ways to clean up a room super fast. I'm sure we have all experienced walking into a room and it is just cluttered with clothes and toys and God knows what else our kids have strewn across the room. And like, let's just say that you have company coming over in 30 minutes and you need to clean up fast. So one of my favorite things to do is to grab a laundry basket. They can hold a ton of stuff, and I just go around the room and put everything on the floor in the laundry basket. Then I can just take the laundry basket room to room, putting things away where they actually belong. This is going to be so much faster than picking things up and putting them where they belong one by one. You can just clear a whole room quickly, like in a matter of minutes, and then carry your laundry basket around from room to room or level to level and put things away. And I promise you, it's going to save you so much time, so much frustration, and it is a great tip, especially if you have people coming over and you need to clean up super fast. Tip number 7 is for you mamas of kids who are still in diapers. Now, my youngest is still in diapers, although we're probably going to be potty training her pretty soon. But I am to the point where I don't really need to bring a diaper bag out in public. My older son is toilet trained, and my daughter, I can usually get away with changing her before we go anywhere and just throw a diaper and some wipes in my purse. However, there are going to be those times where you are rushing out the door, you are running late, and you forget to bring a diaper and wipes with you. Or let's say that you're one of those moms who enjoys using a diaper bag, you're gonna forget the diaper bag at some point in time. It's just a guarantee. We've all been there. So something that I have been doing for years is just keeping a couple of diapers and a package of wipes in my car at all times. They do not get removed. They sit in the car. I do not touch them. And then if I use them, I make sure to replace them immediately. This way, I am never caught in a situation where there is a blowout and I do not have a clean diaper or wipes to clean it up. This has come in handy more times than I would like to admit. But if you forget the diaper bag or you're not one who likes to carry around a big bulky diaper bag, a great alternative is just keeping a couple of diapers and wipes in your car at all times. My last tip for today has to do with when you forget to buy bread. Now, my kids love bread. They love eating sandwiches and toast, peanut butter and jelly, grilled cheese, you name it, they want it. And sometimes they eat more than usual and I am running seriously low, but that's all that they want for lunch. So if you only have that end of the bread loaf, the part that nobody wants to eat, I call it the heel. Not sure if that's what it's actually called, but let's say that that is all that's left, but you know your kids are not going to be happy if that's what you use for their sandwich. So a great tip is to just turn it over, and the part that you can tell is the outside of the loaf. That's what you are going to cover. Either smother it with peanut butter or load it up with cheese for a grilled cheese and just cook it so that that is on the inside. I promise you, they probably won't be able to tell, and you'll be able to make them their sandwich and tide them over until you can get to the store and buy a fresh loaf of bread. All right, so those are my 8 mom hacks for you for today. Don't forget to tune in next Tuesday. I'm going to be having the remaining 8 mom hacks for you. You are not going to want to miss those. I have some awesome ones. So again, make sure that you are subscribed with your notifications turned on so you don't miss that video. If you enjoyed this one, make sure you give it a thumbs up so that I know to make more videos like this in the future. I have tons more mom's tips and hacks, and if you have any that I missed, make sure that you leave them down in the comments so that everyone watching this video can learn from you as well. So I want to thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on Friday with another brand new video and next Tuesday for part 2. Bye guys!